Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope y'all are just having a fantastic day. I'm back here to check in with y'all, give you some hope, some guidance, some clarifications, possibly some validations, because again, you know, you use divination responsibly. We don't, get too engaged or engorged in any readings, because we know collectives are large. Not everything is meant to be for one single person. We don't want to end up in psychosis. And if you are in that energy, or you feel stuck in the vortex of that energy, like my recommendation is just stop watching tarot for a short while, right? And really sit and breathe. And something that works for me, and I've had a couple clients say that it works as well, even when I would do makeup or even with my students, like I've done this for one of my skating coaches, one of my figure skating coaches taught me this, is just I would just kind of like tap my collarbone. Okay, I'm not going to tell you like what finger I use or like how often, because you will know. Your spiritual team will help, but it is one way that you can truly kind of just snap right back. So, because I know things may seem desolate, or you may not have thought you were, but you're realizing that you are, and you're like, God, I gotta take a step back, but I don't know how to. Center yourself. Just kind of tap your collarbone and take a deep breath in. Blow it out. I'm gonna ring a bell right now. 3, 2, 1. Sometimes ringing bells help too. Plus I always like, I always think of Clarence. Maybe you'll get your, an angel gets their wings. But Spirit has drawn me to a set of cards that I have made based off of Hermes Trismegistus, Hermetic Wisdom. Okay, so we're gonna see what they have to say for today. I do sincerely pray and send so much love, compassion, and grace to you if you do feel out of sorts, or if you feel like you're not in the best headspace, because hey, we've all been there. And sometimes we visit, that corner store throughout, sometimes we just visit it and we get stuck, we get lost, like in the as seen on TV aisle, we get lost, right? So, sidebar, that's my favorite aisle at Walgreens. I think it's Walgreens. I don't know, there's a fucking Walgreens on every corner, I feel like. I fucking love the as seen on TV aisle. So, I am sending you so much grace if you're battling anything like that, because mental health is no joke. Mental health is the key, because when you can control your mind, you can master, that means you've mastered earth. You've mastered the pentacles, you've mastered air, you've mastered water, you've mastered fire and earth. So I'm sending you love. You're closer than you think, and you're not alone. All right, let's see here. I haven't used these cards for a minute. I'm trying to remember which way to, I think it's this way. You can tell that, like, I thought my markers were dry. Like, you can tell. I thought my markers were dry. I don't know if you can even see it on here. But, like, when I put them in, and then, no, they were not. Oh, well. All right, at the bottom of the deck, it says, we are the creator of all we experience, consciously or not. Okay? That's that sixth Hermetic principle. So, because everything is a direct reflection of your mind, right? So what you think, you see. And that's the key here, like optics. That's what's happening. All right? I just heard the word manifold. Yeah, manifold. And then here we are with the 5th law of Hermetic wisdom, the law of rhythm. So this is like rising and then falling. in and out, ebb and flow. Everything in the universe follows a cycle. There's always an action and a reaction. There's an advance and then there's a retreat. An advance and then a retreat. All right, what do you have here for this beautiful collective? Why was I drawn to this deck that I made? What do they need, Spirit? I'm hearing this is going to help you on your fresh start. The 6th law of Hermetic wisdom again, cause and effect. Nothing just happens. Nothing just happens. Okay? Nothing just happens. The scattered mind or scattered thoughts, this is what will stunt creativity and your manifestation, okay? Again, you are in control of your reality. Nothing just happens. What you see is a direct reflection of how you are on the inside, okay? So that's why it's so important. Like, I think I talked in my last video about grounding into this new energy, this new frequency, all this bullshit that we've been going through with the Schumann resonance and all of these planterns. That's a new, is that plantern? A lantern, a plant? You're planting your light, your planterns. Plantern, I just made a new word. Plantern, grounding your light. Okay, you're grounding your light into this new frequency. So we are capable of this because we have the ability to ground because we have understood this new piece and we understand what protecting this piece is. Now, that doesn't mean to say that our heads can sometimes, like, you know, discombobulate things. So if you are struggling, retreat. Okay? Oh, jeez. Back to hell, demon. Back to hell. If you've ever seen them, I think it's called Love Stinks. Yeah, Love Stinks. Older movie, early 90s, late 80s. It has like French Stewart in it. If you guys remember Third Rock from the Sun, French Stewart was in it. This movie cracks me the fuck up. You should watch it. It's hilarious. Back to hell, demon! He's like in an ambulance yelling this at her. It's pretty funny. What does this say? All right, Fast Eddie. Somebody passed away, Fast Eddie. That's a lot. Do you want me to use all these? They underestimated your spirit team and the strength that you, along with your spirit team, holds. Okay. Like, the being and the non-being generate one another. Okay? The difficult and the easy complete one another. Opposites, polar opposites make a whole, right? Yin and yang, hot, cold. And here, this is like we talked about timeline shifts in my last video, so like quantum leaping here. So quantum entanglement. So like causality operates sort of in a mysterious, paradoxical way, contradictory way. Okay, hot, cold, easy, difficult. So when things are separated by differences, okay, that's how they influence each other instantaneously. Like, you have to look at this as like a deeper thing, okay? You can look at it as like a collective, all right? Things that are separated by vast differences, they totally influence each other because you bounce off of each other. And any change or transformation of matter has to begin on the spiritual plane. Again, quantum entanglement, the being, like something coming from nothing begins in the spiritual plane. As above, so below, as within, so without. So remember, your external reality, the collective's reality, is a direct reflection of their internal reality. Don't get in your own way. Understand optics. Things aren't always what they seem. Actually, they're never what they seem. And there's always cause and effect. And then Spirit's like, I've got better things to do than worry or care about you. Deuces. So This is that hanging on to a little bit of the past, ghosts from the past. This is that final healing. Like, yes, not saying you went backwards, not saying that God closed the door, but if you feel like you are unsettled in your mind, okay, that causality operates on all planes inside of you. So it will operate on the mental, it will operate in the astral and in the physical. As above, so below. What you are today is a direct result of your thoughts from yesterday, and so on and so forth, okay? You have the ability, this is what there's, you have the ability to pull yourself out now, which means you have the ability to stop yourself from rabbit holing yourself. So, small acts that begin in the microcosm, in the mind, small things in the mind, manifest in your daily life. So, if you create whatever you're creating in here, it changes in the bigger picture. And that's how the collective works, right? Collectively, each one of us is a small part of that frequency. But when we all elevate, it makes a huge impact, all right? Which then helps us as a collective raise the vibration. And then we have Einstein here. Everything in the universe is energy and vibration. The material world and energetic world, they're different forms of the same essence. Again, like it's all interrelated. And Spirit wants you to know that you were born to boogie and things are gonna get fucking rowdy, but in a good way. Because the universe loves you and God is your sugar daddy. Now I'm hearing Jailhouse Rock. Made to order. Dead inside. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Oh, Gandhi, we love Gandhi. Okay, Spirit's amazing because this is the law of vibration. Again, Hermetic wisdom. By raising your own vibrational level, by keeping your frequency high in a state of love and forgiveness and gratitude, all right, we become the light for others to see and find their way out of their own fucking mind. The universe is nothing but a projection of the subconscious mind. The invisible, that's what molds your emotion, your memories, and your symbols. So if you want to have a limiting belief, lack, poverty, okay, that's what you're going to have in your life. You're going to have a life full of restrictions. It's like a hidden binding, right? But you made it yourself. And that's what distorts your perception. That's what makes your optics weird. But you have the ability to change that. Anything else? The law of cause and effect again. Every cause has an effect and every effect has its cause because nothing just happens. The quickest way to sort of stop that cycle is to continue to elevate your vibration. And how do you do that? You live in a state of forgiveness. You release these dense energies. That Four of Pentacles in the reverse, you get rid of those heavy, dark, low, just downtrodden feeling, right? You release that. You thank it for making you tougher and patching up parts of your soul. You let it go on its merry way because you transmute it, you alchemize it. You get rid of that doubt of failing. It's not what if I fail, it's even if I fail. Even if this doesn't go the way I want it to go, it's going the way it's supposed to go for my better, development, for my highest good. Because it doesn't happen to you, it always happens for you. So when we do this collectively, we're teaching people how to forgive themselves. The universe loves you again. It's never what if, it's an even if. Flip the script. The law of vibration. So cause and effect is huge and vibration is huge, which would make sense with all of this astral stuff that's happening. So nothing's at rest. Nothing is static. Everything vibrates. I mean, even the fucking boxes that Amazon sends your goodies in, that's moving. They're just packed tightly together. They're packed, but they're still moving. This is moving. Everything is just a freaking particle. So you need to stop allowing others and their realities to impose on yours, because distraction is the most effective means of control over man. Constructs, distractions. You're under the gun, time crunch, right? You're in the red, right? It's a construct. Why do you believe that? Because somebody told you to believe it? Because that's how you were raised? Okay, but what's the fucking truth? What really fucking matters, right? That's part of awakening. Stop tormenting yourself. I think this is really significant because right now, that's what we're doing. We're bridging vibrational frequencies. Because that's the bridge between all the laws. Vibrational, the law of vibration, the third Hermetic principle. That is what bridges the within to the without. That's why we're here. So, if you feel like you're in your head and you're not feeling great, it's understandable. But understand this. Oh, see, Spirit's really driving this home. Disorganized minds create harmful habits. This is where like weight disorders, chronic fatigue, and health problems come. When your mind is so disorganized. So the key here, the more a man knows himself, the more he knows the universe and what is beyond it. So if you want to understand the universe and the unseen, the cosmos, you first have to understand and unveil the universe that's within you, because it's all from the same thing. The universe is just a projection of your mind. And your mind is like the photo album of if you have your shit together or not. What you create within yourself, the world will return to you in reflection. As above, so below. As within, so without. And then again, I just said this, life is not happening to them, right? It's happening through them. That's cause and effect. It's not happening to them, it's happening through them. Because everything happens for you. And the only way you get to the lesson, or you get to the heart of the matter to learn the lesson and sink it in so you can make it applicable and use it going forward in whatever situations present themselves, is to actually go through something. You cannot bypass something. We have such a big responsibility, collective. Again, the sixth law, the mind is the field of creation. So every seed, like the seed of every cause, is planted, right? Even before you can remember it. Your thoughts, intentions, emotions, they're all causal forces. They were all put there. And that's what shaped your actions. It's what shaped your experiences, shaped your emotions, shaped how you thought about things and how you felt about things. Therefore, determining what you received, what experiences you attract, right? It's kind of like you attract what you have not healed. Like hurt people do hurt people, but however, there comes a point where they know they're hurting people, which also makes it that they heal people. And that's the fucked up part, and they don't like to admit that. Sometimes hurt people, that's a fucking statement of gaslighting, and I don't enjoy that. But there is some truth to it. But there is also a point where that's not a valid statement anymore, because there comes a point where they know they're fucking hurting people and they enjoy it because they love causing disruption. They love distracting. They love getting people out of their positive mindset, out of that high vibration, because misery loves fucking company. And lying fucking works. That's why people do it. Until it doesn't, right? Because you wake up, collective. And then yeah, you're the bad guy and you're the villain and whatever, but you know you're not, because you start to know your mind again. And when you are in control of your mind, your reality completely fucking flips. You cannot control or manipulate spiritual law, right? These are great offenders of spiritual law, those who continue to lie to us, because they refuse to take accountability and to heal. They have no concept of how the universe works, which is why they're going to get their ass kicked. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah. We are the ultimate alchemists, okay? The law of polarity. This law of polarity. That's the fourth Hermetic principle, I believe. So we are alchemists. We transmute energy. That is not something everybody can do, okay? So you go from one polarity to the other. You can receive fear and hate and anger and harmful energy, but you take it in, you make it your fucking bitch, and you grow from it. People don't fucking know how you're doing it. That's why you're shining so bright. If you ever doubt yourself, remember that. You are the ultimate alchemist. I just love you for this. Like, I love you. I want to be your buddy. Let's be friends. We could have our own lunch table. And we wear pink on Wednesdays. But we'll be like nice girls. Yeah, we're brilliant fucking people. We're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. See? And it's in pink. We could have our own table. The true master not only reacts to circumstances, but consciously creates new conditions. Everything you do or say, everything you even think, is 100% anchored in divine wisdom. From this point on, that was the significance of me. I think why they wanted me to pull this deck out, because you need to understand no one controls you except you. And you have all of this wisdom within you, so don't doubt yourself. There's no spiritual psychosis anymore. Maybe just stop watching tarot and listen, you know, it's like quieting the noise. You don't need tarot really. Like a true helper, light worker, uses this to help them heal, right? And then you move on and you face the, you know, it's like you go to where the wild things are and you deal with that, then you go to the next wild things are, right? You don't keep coming back to the same thing because it's not helping anybody. That's just keeping you trapped in a loop of fucking karmic fear. We don't do that, okay? You collective, if you're watching this, whenever you are, because my messages are timeless, they'll find who they need to find when they need to find them. You are completely anchored in the divine, meaning everything you think, say, do, feel, purely divinely guided. All right? You're blowing people's mind. And then karma. Karma is happening. I mean, judgment. We know this. Judgment is here. But it's important. You need to understand. Karma is a manifestation of the law of vibration. It's the manifestation of the sixth Hermetic principle, the cause and effect. It's a balancing system. It's not punishment. This is how you're taught to heal. This is how you grow. That's what karma's job is. Simon, hey, what are you doing? Come here. Hi. Come here, babes. Hi, baby. Hello. Do you have something to add? So keep continuing to stay positive, right? I am statements. If you need to work, you know, do some visualizations, work on healing the subconscious. Like this is something that we're always doing, right? And it's just a gentle reminder, like be the god or the goddess that you are, because you are. This is the skills that you have, the abilities you have, the knowledge you have is not typical. Hi, he's purring. Hi, baby. Okay, you want to sit right here? Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Hello. You are superimposing. You know that, right? You don't even give a flying fuck. He's like, no. Mama, you think you're a goddess? Let me tell you who I am. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. It's my boy. This is a soul that I lost in a miscarriage. If you hang around enough, and if I get back to doing lives, you'll see him. He comes and he helps with lives. Yeah. I was decently I was well into the pregnancy and we lost him. It used to make me tear up, but it doesn't anymore because I understand. I just got a confirmation on a video I posted or a like, but he had said like God pulled me back because he knew what was going to happen and it would be easier to not have a child to go through this with. So he sent him back to me when I was ready. When I was ready to be the star that I'm supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, he's purring so loud. Hi, babes. It's so funny. because this is what he does on my stomach at night. He just rolls around in there. This cat is just, he's like, here I am. He was so beaten and abused when he was a kitty. To see him like this now is amazing. They just had like their 1-year checkups from when I brought them home. Like, well, not when I brought, yeah, when I brought them home, but not when like the vets, my friends were called to save them essentially. And they just are doing so well. And to me, like, that's a sign of me as a, you know, like I'm a healer, and these guys are protection for me. I love them. You know, they find you when they need to find you. Anyways, back to the message, if I can. All right. Okay. He's not gonna care. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yep. Cycles of life. Every choice you make, right? There's no right or there's no wrong. There's just a dynamic balance between the polarities. There's no right or wrong. It's just the polarities here. So again, they're drilling in vibrational, the law of vibration. I think it's because karma has come back around. It's justice, it's judgment. So here's how they say you can apply, like they want me to talk about this. So the application of the law of vibration. If you have animals, hang out with your animals. They will raise your vibration level like that. But you also heal them too, right? Like it's kind of this nice little cycle. But it says here, mindful words and thoughts, keeping your meditation practice, right? However you meditate. They're not necessarily saying you have to go and do all these guided meditations, but just to be in a state where you're receptive, okay? Connecting with your animals, connecting with nature, however you can. I know it's fall and I know it's winter, but you know, do your best. Appreciate nature, which I think we're already doing. But if you can even just be outside for a couple minutes, you'll be amazed. Watching what you're eating, your diet, your physical health, because you know, it's in your mind is the same way. So like we are what we eat, right? Same with your mind. What are you giving your mind? Are you polluting it with gossip? Are you polluting it with drama? Are you polluting it with bullshit? Or are you feeding it, nourishing it, right? And remember the polarity again, poles of energy. You have anger and happiness, passion and hatred, all right? They both carry energy. They both carry fire, right? Overwhelming feelings, right? Like if you are super excited, you can shake and be nauseous and cry and jittery, right? But it's positive. It's just like when you're mad, you can be like blood boiling mad, right? So they can repel things, they can attract things, they can move things, they can make things stagnant. So if that like you don't want to reject positivity. You want to create it, right? You want to think about it that way. Is that good? Is that good? Was that good? Simon. So, the law of vibration, they're really focusing on frequency. I do think it has something to do with downloads, crown chakra, what's coming into our galaxy or our galactic shield, right? Like it's entering our field, and that's this, I think it is a comet. I don't know. I should have probably done a little bit more research on it. But again, Spirit was like, no, it doesn't fucking matter what's coming. Something is coming. You're ready. You are ready to be, you're ready to receive. They're just like, ask us. So you need to make sure you're talking to your guides, which I think you are. But most importantly, remember, like nothing ever just happens. Nothing just happens, right? There's some sort of energetic exchange. Simon, I think you're on the rubber band. Where's the, oh, hi. You're so big. You're so big, babes. Oh, but I do love yous. These fucking thumpers. Look at these little thumper feet. But I love his little beans. His little beans. Yeah, hi, baby. That's not happiness to see me. That's not happiness to see me. I don't know what I did with the rubber band. Gosh darn it. These, oh, I don't, that's right. I didn't have one on there. See, look at that. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right. Now let's see. What's going on? I'm going to use the Sacred Symbols deck here. Oh, look at that. Transmuting and releasing. Transmuting. We are the Master Alchemist. The Law of Vibration. That's so significant right now. All right, here we go. What does the collective need to know? What's around us right now? What's the current energy centered on? What's surrounding us right now? These cards are feeling weird. They feel weird, but I just stopped here at truth. The full moon and truth. I think one of the last tarot readings I did, the moon and the star and the sun, I don't think I recorded it. It was just something I was messing around with. But the moon and the sun were here, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's nowhere anybody can hide. And then this, like the star came out. I was like, fuck, we are supposed to shine. And if you have the moon, you have the sun and the star, unthinkable things can happen. In both energetic poles, right? Hatred and passion. The law of vibration. Karma is a direct manifestation of that. All right. What do we got? See much better. The Ankh. New life. We have new life. This is where you're sitting right now. New life. Where did you come from? You were veiled because you were being protected. But now you have the knowledge. This is this whole reading. You have wisdom. People don't understand. You know, you might pick up a book. You might, you know, try to read the Kybalion or the Kabbalion, however you say it, right? I'm always sure I'm fucking offending somebody, but it's fine. Look at that. Magic. You're going to have fucking magic, right? It's going to be amazing. But look at you. Like, you came from a spot of not fucking knowing, not trusting. But I'm telling you, the veil is thinning. Paper thin, paper thin. It's like being peeled back, but you're helping that, right? You get to help people do what you had to do alone. Because you're in a new life. So you're just getting started, baby. With so much more knowledge. So much more knowledge. Let's see. Okay. Let's use this deck. Oh, that's funny. This is a darkly funny deck for spiritually exhausted people, right? You're tired. My nose is itching. It says, don't look at me. Avoiding eye contact like a pro. Social anxiety, shame, and discomfort. Yeah, like some of you are just like, I'm fucking exhausted. But like people don't want to look you in the eye because they're terrified of what you're going to show them because you're a fucking mirror. You're a looking glass, right? But you also are like, I just can't right now. Talk about tunnel vision, right? It says pretending to like people. Oh my God, I love it already. Convincing yourself it's fine. Denial, emotional suppression. Can't sleep, might spiral, overthinking, emotional overload. That's why they had me pull these white cards out. There is a reason they wanted me to use this deck. I just like the deck because I think the skeletons are funny. You're still not over it. Regret, looping thoughts. Remember getting stuck in that karmic loop? And that's what some readers do. They just keep you like hook, line, and sinker. Okay? They keep you feeling like you can't breathe, like it's respiratory failure. Dodging growth, like it's homework. Fear of change and the comfort zone. Right? And that's what Spirit's trying to say, like, do not sink back into dimming your light to make others stop causing issues, right? Or to make others happy to avoid conflict. No, we're past that point. Because we now observe, we do not absorb. All right, here we go. Pretending to like people, masking, people pleasing, exhaustion. That's very true, even when you're going through an awakening to get where we are right now, because you have to. You've got to be in a world that you don't fit in anymore, right? This is like, it's like, what is that? Like, I don't even know, like like a widow's peak. You guys, I get my hair done in 2 days. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's like, oh. Anyways, back to the message. Talking about pretending to not like people. I love when I go see my bestie to do my hair. She and I have so much fun. And her aunt's there. It's so amazing. Like everybody's sort of like family. We have so much fun. So, but during this, you have to go to work, right? You have to deal with energies that are not anywhere near where you are. And it's like, you gotta like, oh, it's like you have to put certain horse blinders on, but it's hard. It's exhausting. Anything else for this? It's like day in and day out. It's fucking exhausting. You're like, I don't want to work for the man anymore. Most of you in this collective are not meant to either. You're meant to like be seen and work for yourself. Overthinking hour, racing thoughts, insomnia, and loops, but it came out on the fences. So like, see, you are there. You understand the power the mind holds. But sometimes those motherfuckers, just remember, you're the master. You were once the student, but now you're ready to teach. So you are kind of, that's light and dark. You're balancing people who are really just energetically disgusting and good energy people and your ascension. You're balancing it all. Look at you, fucking star. You're a star. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know if you can read what that says. Even your spirit guides quit. Bruh. Look at him. Look at this ghost. Bruh. Disillusionment and abandonment. This is those who chose to not answer the call. Those who are stuck in fear. All right? Anything for new life. It says putting off feeling again. So delayed grief, resistance, and shutdown. So this is that rest period that we're in right now because you're getting rid of the rest of this. Right? The last few fragments. Yeah. Enlightened for like 4 hours. It says you have like a spiritual high and then a reality check. A spiritual high, reality check. Spiritual high, reality check. Because you're balancing, right? So now you're entering into this new life where you are kind of cleaning out the fog. You're clearing out the fog. Whereas others, they can't even comprehend spiritual enlightenment. Knowledge here? What do we have for knowledge? Oh, this deck's funny. It says, Mercury did it. Blame the stars. Miscommunication, cosmic excuse, and retrograde blame, right? Heaven forbid you take accountability for your own ignorance. Heaven forbid you take accountability for your own stupidity. Why? Because you can't fix fucking stupid. And you're over here sitting like, how do they not see it? How do they not get it? But then there's a tiny part of you that sort of like sinks back into the fear, but then you're pulled back out and you're like, it's right there. Like what? How do they not get it? It's like, why are you running? Why are you running? Blame the stars. Doom scrolling at 3 a.m. Insomnia, internet spiral, anxiety loop, right? Yes, you do that, but I think you're different. You feed your brain differently versus this. This is somebody that will take a headline and run with it just to scare people into submission. That's doom scrolling. Don't doom scroll. Like, and we talked about that. You are what you eat. You are what you think. So whatever you're feeding your mind with, make sure it's good stuff. Yeah. Said yes when you meant hell no. Resentment and self-betrayal. This is you like, God damn it. Did it again. But then you just laugh at yourself. And then you just keep going on. Like you fake it till you make it. And then you get tired. I can't even. It's too much. And then you're happy again. No thoughts, just vibes. And you start recognizing things. right? And you see people, how they put blame, they play the blame game, and they cry over bullshit that doesn't matter. And that's the people that can't look you in the eye. These are the ones that are left unread, and then they want to send you something, but they don't know what to send you. And they could try, but Mercury isn't going to let it get to you. Shopping to feel something and treating drama as therapy. It's like you get to watch this musical of denial and you love it, right? Because that part of you is gone. They don't have spirit guides. And I've talked about that too. Some of these people, they really haven't. They've just upset. Yeah. Doubt, impatience, and divine silence. You're waiting on a sign. Here's your fucking sign. Enjoy it. The silence means shit's really being taken care of. All right? Like manifesting. You are in this manifesting energy. You are at this vibrational level. Let yourself fucking rest. Don't keep going to different readers and watching all these different things. You found the quiet within you. You know the peace is there. That means shit's fucking coming. Quiet before the storm. The calm before the fucking storm. Again, the round table of your ancestors are like, holy shit, they fucking sat down. They fucking did it. Now they're trying to get their fucking shit in a row and ducks in a row because they were just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But now somehow they've made you tired enough or allowed you to be tired enough to fucking just sit down and chill so they can bring in good things. So you might feel like you're dead inside, but you're not. You're dead to what doesn't matter anymore, which makes it easy for you. It makes it easy for you to recognize patterns, makes it very easy for you to cut off toxic energies. And it's like nothing for you. All right, let's see. Get some crystal guidance for you here. I don't know if I should do tarot. I don't really feel like it. We'll see. But let's get some, let's get a little sparkle wisdom for you. This is kind of a different reading, but I don't really mind it. It's really just focusing on understanding how things work, right? Because it's about going back to the basics, not overcomplicating things, right? And you've done it, and you can continue to do it, and you're going to become more and more advanced at it. So exciting. And you just keep ascending. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Like, you were the student, now you're the teacher. But then you'll, become a student again, and you understand that. That's how you evolve, and that's how you ascend, and that's, All right, what do we got going on here? What sort of inspiration or guidance on this journey now, where some of us might just feel dead tired. I cannot even. So we have bloodstone, find strength and courage, face challenges with resilience. That's what you're doing. And each challenge you face, you become stronger and stronger. And iolite, you're navigating your inner journey, which is finding your true north. You're in your north node energy anyways. That's why people are so fucking irritated. All right. And then fluorite, find clarity and focus. Let your mind be clear and sharp. Again, clearing out the noise, clearing out the clutter so you can hear spirit. You can hear source. You can protect your peace, which is the next quartz. We have blue lace agate, rose quartz, and then lapis lazuli. You were really in a beautiful place. You may not feel like it, and that's why I say give yourself grace and compassion right now. Be gentle, because you really have gone through so much, but look where it got you. You nurture love and compassion. You open your heart to healing. You've forgiven yourself. That's raising the vibration. That's the calm and the peace that helps strengthen it. That's where you find your voice, because you know the truth. There's no doubt. And you seek wisdom, you seek truth, and by keeping this peace, staying in alignment, your mind gets this higher knowledge. Your mind gets it. Like, it's just there. And I think that's what's happening with like all this cosmic beauty, all these cosmic, this cosmic activity, right? Open yourself up to it because it's going to enhance your spiritual growth and it's going to embrace your knowledge, really. And red jasper, finding stability and strength, connecting with the earth's energy. This collective has the ability. We are firm enough in our foundation. We are so grounded. We can harness this and turn this into something magnificent, okay? And then we can sprinkle around so that we can help bring more into this collective so we really can alter the consciousness level of Gaia. Like, that's the whole point. We don't back down from a challenge ever. Okay. They say they want to get something from Jesus. Jesus has something to say. We're going to close it out. It's a little bit of a different reading today. We didn't use tarot, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a pretty significant message, especially just understanding how you are in control of your reality. Don't let others impose their restrictions on you. You've healed yourself from everything that was placed there your entire life. Now you create your own reality. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, I am there in the midst of them. Collectively, right? We come together and we bring more people into the light of Jesus. Love each other as I have loved you. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. And it is more blessed to give than to receive. That's what we're here for, collective. I talked about that in my last video, I think. This karmic energy doesn't understand the concept of giving without agenda. These are people who they give you something, or they want to help you, but it's not coming from a place of honesty and pure intention. It's coming from I know I'm going to need something from them later on, so I'm going to do this, and then I can hold it over their head. And then it says, do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. But see, when they harm you, when they put bad words on your name, or they have bad intentions and send negative energy towards you, or harmful energy, or they attack you in any way, shape, or form, hexing, vexing, voodoo, I mean, you name it, because they've done it all, right? They've done it all. We're not surprised. And they keep doing it because they're dumbasses. But I am telling you, whatever they're trying to do, they don't know what they're doing. Okay? And the universe and whoever they're summoning, they're messing with them. Because what they do to others is going to be done unto them. But again, that's the confirmation. I just got a notification on my phone. And it says number 3, emission 21, 2 and 1, that's a 3, okay? Your growth, there is no fucking way they could even possibly get anything of yours. They can't touch you anymore. Really, they're just harming themselves, because when they come at you, they're coming at the Most High. They're not offending you. Again, I say this all the time. They're mocking him. Guess what's going to happen? I will tell you right now, he's done his perimeter sweeps. He's canvassed the area. He knows where to send the storm, and it's on its way. All right? Cosmically, spiritually, physically, mentally. So you just remember that law of vibration. Polarities exist. Okay? Where do you send your energy? What do you focus on? You are living in a state of healed energy, an energetic vibrational level of like forgiveness and love and compassion. Stay there. Don't let your mind get the best of you. Even though you feel like hangman-y, like there's still delays, or you're stuck, you're not stuck. You're being protected. You're being shielded right now too. Because like I said, what is karma? It is a manifestation of the 6th law of Hermetic principles, or the 6th Hermetic principle, cause and effect. Because nothing just happens. Nothing just happens. When you create something, when you cause something, you also cause the effect of that. Okay? You are protected. Keep doing what you're doing. Be nice to yourself. It's all gonna be all right. We are in the calmer waters, okay? Just remember that. Even when it feels like it, like you're still in rocky waters, you're not. Optics, perspective. Your mind is a direct reflection of everything. So your external reality, direct reflection of your mind. Your mind is what your world is. You control it, no one else does. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next video.